Welcome back to Human Body Systems. Today we will be taking notes on the circulatory system. The circulatory system, also known as the cardiovascular system, transports materials to and from your cells. The word cardio means heart and the word vascular means vessel. At this time, we need to make a notes entry in our ISN. Please turn to the next clean page. We would like you to label the top of your page as circulatory system, and then we will enter in the notes below. The first entry should say, the cardiovascular system transports materials to and from your cells. Remember, cardio means heart and vascular means vessel. The cardiovascular system is the same thing as the circulatory system. Again, we're talking about the same system, it's just two different names, but it means the same thing. Cardio means heart, vascular means vessel. At any time, if you need extra time, please go ahead and pause the video. And then you can resume play when you are ready to move on. Make sure that you are creating thorough notes. Please do not skip over any steps. Make sure you're making some very good notes for yourself. These are great resources for you when you are working on any of your other activities or lessons in science. And it's also a good resource for study preparation for quizzes and tests. Moving on. The circulatory system, the cardiovascular system, is made up of three parts: the blood, the heart, and the blood vessels. In the picture to the right, the circle picture, this is a picture of some blood cells. Of course, on the bottom left, this is a picture of your heart. The different veins are in blue and arteries in red as well. And over on the right-hand side, we see the heart in the center of the chest behind the sternum area. And you can see the blue blood vessels are indicating veins, and the red blood vessels are indicating different arteries. Okay? It is now time to make your next entry. You will write down the cardiovascular system is made up of three parts: the blood, the heart, and the blood vessels. In the circulatory system, there is two types of blood that is carried within the system. The first type is oxygenated blood. This is blood that is rich in oxygen. It's oxygen-rich blood. It's red in color. The other type of blood that is carried in the circulatory system is deoxygenated blood. Now, this is blood that is oxygen poor. There's not a lot of oxygen in it. The oxygen has already been spread out to different parts of the body that need that oxygen. Okay, and this deoxygenated blood is full of carbon dioxide. That's a waste, and the color is dark red in color. Now you're going to want to make your next entry. The two types of blood are oxygenated, oxygen-rich, red in color, and deoxygenated, oxygen poor or full of carbon dioxide, dark red in color. Again, please feel free to pause the video at this time. Make sure you're creating some thorough notes, and you can resume play when you're ready to move on. Okay, now the heart. The heart is a muscular organ. It's about the size of your fist. Your heart pumps oxygen-poor blood into the lungs and oxygen-rich blood into your body. Remember, your body needs that oxygen. Off to the left-hand side is just a really good, detailed, and labeled picture of the heart. And we'll talk about the chambers in just one moment. So we're going to make a notes entry at this time. The heart is a muscular organ. It pumps oxygen-poor blood into the lungs and oxygen-rich blood into your body. The heart is located behind the sternum. The sternum is another name for the breastbone. The heart beats approximately 72 beats per minute. Of course, we learned in our muscle fatigue lab that we could increase that heart rate by doing jumping jacks or any other type of exercise. The heart circulates about 5 to 6 liters of blood per minute. And I want you guys to think about that. A 2 liter of Coke, we know what size that is. So think about 5 to 6 liters of blood. That is how much blood your heart circulates per minute. The next entry will say the heart is located behind the sternum. It beats about 72 beats per minute and circulates about 5 to 6 liters of blood per minute. Again, feel free to pause and resume play when you are ready. Now the heart is made up of 4 chambers. 2 upper chambers are called atria. You would call it an atrium for singular if you're talking about one of the chambers on top. And then the 2 lower chambers are called ventricles. So I just drew a shape of a heart for you guys to see. Over here would be the right atrium. On this side is the left atrium. These are the 2 top chambers of the heart. Remember, there's 4 chambers that make up the heart. And then the 2 bottom chambers are the ventricles. So on this side we would see the right ventricle, and on this side we would see the left ventricle. Remember, it's always opposite of your right and left side because you are actually looking at a different person's heart, somebody that would be across from you. So that's why this side is the right side and this side is the left side. If a doctor is taking a look at a patient and the patient is lying down, this would be their right side and this would be their left side. Okay, so you will enter some notes in. Say the heart is made up of 4 chambers, 2 upper equal the atrium, 2 lower equal ventricles. Okay, remember, so we have the blood vessels, and the heart that are part of the circulatory system. So now we're going to take some notes on blood vessels. The blood vessels are hollow tubes that transport blood. That means that they move blood throughout the body. 3 types of blood vessels are arteries, capillaries, and veins. And I want you guys to notice the different colors. I wrote or typed out arteries in red, capillaries in red and blue, and the veins in blue. And remember, we typically label the